Welcome everyone. I don't do this much. Got to watch Impact tonight. I'm gonna do a quick review of that, and then quick review of the Cruiserweight Classic that I watched before Impact tonight. TNA. TNA. What I can say about it, it was an enjoyable show, and I've heard it's been an enjoyable show for a good amount of time now, like months. When I get to check the show and get to watch it, I normally, I don't get to a lot, but I enjoyed it. So I am pleased to see what I watched tonight. Um, Matt Hardy is the best thing in wrestling. Period. And what he's doing with Jeff Hardy and what they're doing with Decay, I like what they're going right there. It wasn't like a huge show, but it really was just that point that, I don't know how to explain it. They didn't bring it out there all the way, Impact, but they did enough for me that I enjoyed it. I really did. Main event was amazing. At the beginning of the show, they had a battle royal to see who would face Bobby Lashley next week. And so it ended up, the final three ended up being Moose, Eddie Edwards, and the Miracle, Mike Bennett. When I saw that, I'm thinking, Mike Bennett's got to win, don't you think? So Moose is actually like the bodyguard of Mike Bennett. So there's a spot at the end of the match. Moose picks him up, about to try to, drive him out. Eddie Edwards, that is. Eddie Edwards going to do a Hurricanrana. Mike Bennett shoves both of them out. He wins. He gets to face Bobby Lashley next week for that TNA Heavyweight Championship. So they have a little discursing right there, and then throughout it's Bobby goes to Mike Bennett, and you think you really can beat me next week? That's basically what it says. And then says looks like you have a problem with Moose more than me, since he basically screwed Moose over. And then it shows Bobby Lashley leaving, and Moose right there, and said something about he was eating dinner or something, and if you want to come over, come to the place, more than happy to, and everything. So looks like they might be having a partnership or something of some sorts, maybe, who knows. And the TNA Knockouts Championship. So there is like a fatal 5-way, whatever you want to put it. It's a 5-way to in the match. Cien, Jada, Marty Bell, Madison Rayne, and ALLIE. That's with Maria and Sanina. So at the end of the match, surprising stuff to me. This was surprising. Okay. Wonder how that's going to turn out. So I forget who it is. I think it's Marty hits ALLIE with something. Jada comes in, does like a drop kick to Marty Bell, and ALLIE covers Madison Rayne's. 1, 2, 3. ALLIE is the new Knockouts champion. I don't know how they're going to go with the storyline, but this will be interesting to see, definitely. So, cannot wait for that. The main event, EC3 versus Drew Galloway with Aaron Rex, aka Damon Sandow, as you non-TNA people that do not watch the show and watch WWE. is the guest referee. Damon Sandow, Aaron Rex is the special guest referee. Called it right down the middle. Nothing was wrong. This match was a good main event. Pretty good match to enjoy and watch. So EC3 picks up the win. He is going, I think, for Bound for Glory or something, or next, I forget. But he's the number one contender for the championship after next week's match. And so that happens, and then Damon Sandow is like raising his hand and everything, saying you did great and everything, and then Drew Galloway attacks Damon Sandow and Rex. I could not believe that for a second. And I was like, so he's turned heel. So basically he has turned heel. So that'll be an interesting match for sure. So I cannot wait for that. But I mean, I really enjoyed the match, like I said. And I can't believe how Drew Galloway turned on him. I really can't. But yeah, I should have saw it coming, since I think they're going to keep EC3 as a big baby face, so makes sense. To the Cruiserweight Classic that I watched before TNA, I'll say this show never disappoints. It might not be like it was, the one with Gargano and Ciampa, or that great episode with Tajiri and that other person. I cannot think. Oh, the flying one. I cannot remember his name right now. Oh, Maleka. And then Cedric Alexander and Ibushi. It's not going to be like that every week. If it was, man, we are getting some great action. Nonetheless, like every week. We are getting good action every week, though. Not great, but good. That's really all we ask for. So tonight, Rich Swann and I cannot remember the other dude's name. I'm sorry, but they were wonderful in the match. They were like high flying, and then not high flying, but like doing flips and everything, like reversing everything. It was great. But Rich Swann wins this match, advances. Very good match, like I said. Second match was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Drew Gulak. I expect Drew Gulak to definitely be in WWE, NXT, Cruiserweight Classic, whatever. Zack Sabre Jr. wins this, but it was a pretty good match. Very good match. Gargano versus TJ Perkins was another good match. So this show overall, TJ Perkins wins. No reason for Gargano to win here, because he does and is in a tag team with Ciampa. So all these matches were good, like it is always. So if you liked this TNA Impact, On Pop, Turning Point, and Cruiserweight Classic short review for both, please smash that like button for me. Comment below what you thought of both shows, and I will see you guys next time.